Hey, dude, Karl-Bohemian Nomad. Oh, here we go. Uh, let's just go out to the lake. Yeah. Sitting in the big comfy chair. You can't see it. Yeah, gotta be comfy. Oh, I'm so bored. There's no work yet up on the job board for like noon. And wife went to work at 7 to noon today. So no wifey to hang out with. The grandkids are going to come over later and go swimming. It's supposed to get hot here. Hey, Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 95 degrees.
What up, Pipe Flyer? Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're having fun this morning. We're just hanging out here, kind of bored. Going to talk about the first Timmy video. I did his other ones last night. Where was it going to do? Check. No work yet. Gen XX. Yeah. I don't know. I like the generation I was born in. I don't know. But it'd be cool to be young again, I think. Non-Copus Mentis. Good morning. Oh, I love your stuff, man. Non-Copus Mentis. Yeah. Great stuff. I can't remember the one you did. Oh no, it's just all good. It's all good. Usually I'm out driving, so your stuff. I gotta stop and take a break and watch it. Yeah. Yeah, Timmy woke up about 10. His grumpy grandpa, his air conditioner ran the whole time, never shut off. Everybody else was just regular, no big deal. Yeah. He is unhinged. Yeah, he's cooking his bacon in his skillet. He's probably cooking inside because it's too hot to go outside because that air conditioner was really running. I got a tin can like his. I tried living in it for a summer. It's fun. It's a good time. It's about $200-300 cheaper. Check out my little. I guess it's a black screen because I got a black shirt on. So I'm just a talking head. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's my shirt. All right. Well, Grumpy Grandpa Bacon. He edited something, so he said something crazy, and he had to edit it out, and it took him a while because he said it was 9 o'clock, and his video didn't come out till 10. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, oh yeah, I got some comments for you. Some good ones. Did I tell you about my granddaughter? She said, "Why you got a YouTube channel, Carl? You're not interesting at all." I love it. My granddaughter's one of my best haters. Yeah, she's funny though. And then Mr. M325 said, "Imagine cooking in that tin can on a slab with no shade." The other day, his meat thermometer was reading 90 degrees inside in the tin can, and his AC unit can't keep up. And then that's why he's driving around all day getting AC in his crushers and his car. What a life! Yeah, and he had a couple of replies to that. I can't. That's a photo, so I can't see the replies. But yeah, that air conditioner. Those things aren't efficient. Plus, there's no insulation on the camper, so. The air conditioner and the heater is really only meant to take you 20 degrees either way of the outside ambient air temperature. So if you're planning and doing something more than that, you have to get Arctic campers that are insulated, or insulate them yourself. Thanks. We'll see you out of here. Oh, his name's out of here. That's weird. Yeah, he could put his stuff in his trash can. Use his trash can more than one use. Yeah, that's the thing about living in the tin can. You get a lot of things that do more than one use. because you just don't have that much room. But the cool thing about living in a camper is you don't buy anything because you're like, I can't buy it. I got nowhere to put it. I can't take it home. Yeah, family's cool. I realize everybody doesn't have family, and that's a bummer, but having a good family is awesome. Oh, probably what keeps me somewhat grounded. Oh, yeah. If I'm going to live a long time, I should have probably gone back to being a lawyer, but my family people all die at like 62. So I'm like, well, what's the point of going back and starting it all back up again if I'm just gonna kick the bucket? So I got a lot of people that are in their 70s commenting on my stuff, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. I'd be cool to live to 70. I don't know if that's in my future, but I was gonna do that. Yeah, he was talking about having guns. Yeah, I don't know what kind of guns he's got, but I wanted to label my video "Timmy's Got Guns" and maybe just put up a picture of the arm, but you never know with the Google stuff if they would just see the word "pew pew" and think it's something else. Yeah, he did add something out non compost menace, and he's going to get a lot crazier when he's all by himself. He gets completely nutty. I mean, if you ever watched that stuff where he went out west all on his own, before he didn't really have those friends. He was building them the first time he was out there, and he was a complete nut job. He was all crazy. Second time he went out with JJ and Bev kept him somewhat grounded, um, and Miss T keeps him somewhat grounded because he's got to appease her, keep her happy. But I guess not anymore. Supposedly she's sleeping with Hilton Tom, but I don't know. We don't have any receipts on that. That's all just rumors. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tim could live in a better part of that trailer park, but he's so cheap. He probably lives in that portion because that's the cheapest area you can live in. Because when Dan was out there, he said there were a lot nicer parts of that trailer park. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I drink my coffee black. When I first started drinking coffee and tried to like it, I always put milk and stuff in it and never really liked it. And then one time I just tried it with nothing in it. And I'm like, well, this tastes the best out of everything. Yeah. Because when I was young, all drinks at work were like you had to pay for. But the one thing that you had when you got a job when I was younger is they always had free coffee all day. So you could drink all the coffee you wanted. It didn't cost any money. So I'm like, I'm going to have to learn how to drink coffee. Of course, nowadays that's not the case. So I don't know, but I still drink it. Probably like smoking. I tried smoking when I was younger, but it didn't take. Timmy got wings. He's got little flabby buffalo wings. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, a 68-year-old man in those crazy shorts, but that'd be fun. Go swim with crazy grandpa. If he had some grandkids, put on those board shorts and went to the pool with his grandkids. He could be a cool dude. He could be a cool grandpa if he wanted to be. But that's not in the cards for Timmy. Okay. I guess I should read that. Okay, that makes sense. Gen X. I guess everybody's not reading the chat. I don't know. I've been doing too many lives, but I thought I'd hang out and just let the comments move everything. But Gen X said I should read the comment before I answer it. That's probably a pretty good tip. Yeah, someone said it's amazing that Miss T keeps him grounded. It is, but Miss T probably knows what she wants more than Timmy, and she knows to stay off YouTube because it's not her thing. Yep. Someone said I'm chilling. Yep, I'm chilling. I'm headless. Every once in a while, if I do something like that, my shirt will show up. But if I do something else, my shirt will disappear and my coffee cup. It's kind of neat. Miss Tammy got a 1-2. I don't know what that means. I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to slang. Oh yeah, it says always lost my positive vibe. I'm always upbeat. Call me Crash. I lost my job because I tore off a door trailer, and then I drove a trailer into another trailer, and all within like a week. They even called me back early, and I still crashed. Oh, that's awful. Every time I think about that, I'm driving around. I'm like, oh God, if I had just paid attention those 2 times, I'd still be working. Just yeah. But luckily, it was just in a truck yard, so there was no chance of hurting actual innocent people or hurting people with the truck. So that's cool. It's just corporation to corporation. It wasn't even a cop or anything. It's just security comes out. So it's cool. I have 2 accidents, but they're not on my driving license. They're on my DOT thing that gets federally reported. And insurance companies will know about it, but it doesn't affect my driving license. Jab and hook. Jab and hook. Yeah, my comedy is more like I'm just poking at people, but I'm not trying to really hurt anybody's feelings, just having fun with watching comments, kind of like Beavis and Butthead. That's kind of my thought of it. It's Beavis and Butthead. Oh, this band was at my state fair, and there you did. I guess they are kind of saying that the band is old, but they're being funny about it. Crash. Yeah, that's a good nickname. That's the way you get good nicknames. Is just comes from something like that. No, I'm not standing on my tippy toes. You can't see it, but I'm in my comfy chair. I don't know. Can I move it around some? I don't know. I can show you. We don't have to hide everything, I guess. Let's see. How do we do this? I'm not like Life of Vibe. I don't have this all stuffed down. There we go. There I am. Sorry about that. Not hiding. Sharknado. Yeah. Did you ever see that Geico commercial where they're doing golfing and they're talking really quiet, and the golfers, and then these sea monsters come out and they're messing with the golfers, and they're still commenting, telling you what's going on, but they're being real quiet about it and real mellow. I love that. That's one of my favorite commercials. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, Tim's gonna watch a $5 movie today about carnivore. Tell him all about what he eats and stuff. And I don't know, that carnivore is great. They always have these silly arguments like animals eat plants and we eat the animals. Well, there's lots of animals that eat plants. There's lots of animals that just eat meat. And then there's animals like us that eat both. Look at your teeth. Your teeth are designed to eat grains and animals. And really, if you look at your teeth, they're more designed to eat grains than meat anymore. Incisors are really small, and your front teeth, most of it's to grind. Except, yeah, we don't need wisdom teeth anymore because we don't need that many teeth. What happened to Life of Vibe and Atomic Sage? I don't know. They're both still around as far as I know. I think they got strikes from Tim, but that won't go anywhere. As strikes are silly. Why would you strike somebody if someone wanted to take this content and make fun of it and spread it around the internet? What would I care? It'd be funny. And even if they make fun of me in a totally bad way, I don't care. You know, if someone wants to watch that, that's cool. Yeah. William talks about flat earthers. I don't know. Dudes lurking in murky waters. Gorillas are our closest relative, either of them or orangutans. They're very powerful and they eat plants. Yeah. Yep. That's true. So, I mean, we can eat both. I don't know. I am no dietitian and I eat whatever I want, but supposedly the Mediterranean diet is the one that they're all about now. I don't know. I do believe the more unprocessed you get, the better, because not because of they're doing it on purpose, but I think corporations want to sell stuff, and that means that you want to eat it because you're going to buy it. So what are you going to buy? Are you going to buy something that doesn't taste good? You know, like broccoli. Broccoli is going to be the number one seller. Or are you gonna eat Doritos? You're going to want Doritos because it's salty, and you know what I mean. So it's not a big conspiracy. It's just the whole world's owned by these mega corporations, and these corporations that own corporations, and they want to make money, and they're expected to make more money than they made the day before, and so they're just going to sell you stuff that you're going to buy. You know, there's nothing evil about it. It's just capitalism. Tim would eat a gorilla. I don't know. He could. I don't know. Tim's a weird dude. Have I ever seen the channel shorts for McNitt about Tim? They're hilarious. No, I haven't. Let me write that down, because that old person, I'll forget. Shorts from Mac Knit. You got to spell everything correctly nowadays because there's so much stuff out there. Yeah, that'd be cool. I love watching funny stuff about Tim. Yeah. No diets work. You have to work out, but no one wants to do that. That's too lazy. That's what Blue Rider says. Yeah, that's true. That's why I call it the Sarasoda Tim 3000. I mean, yeah, it is a combination of calories, but it's what you you know, it's what you put in versus what you put out. Remember when I was working at UPS loading trucks in the middle of the night? I mean, you just work your butt off, and I was losing weight hand over fist. You know, because it's hard work in the middle of the night, and then you don't want to eat. You know, when it's time to eat, so you just don't eat a lot. And it's kind of unfair because I take the Ozempic, which is Wachovia, I guess, but actually Wachovia is stronger than what I take. I pity those people that take Wachovia because the Ozempic I take is nasty enough. But shoot, I can eat like 4 bites of food and I'm full. You know how you feel when you're really, really full and you can't eat anymore? You just got to push the plate away. After pretty much 4 bites, that's how I am. And I got to force if I order something, I order what it is, and then I got to force myself to eat it. It's awful. Yeah. So I don't wish Ozempic on anybody, but people want to do it, I guess. But yeah, you take Ozempic or Wachovia, you won't want to eat anything. You can have candy, you can have Doritos, you can have anything in the house, and I'm not interested. But that's the way it works. Gen X is going to walk over to her fancy gym and get a free cup of coffee, bring it home, and use other sample of silk oatmeal cookie creamer. I might try to drink half hot and the other half iced. That's cool. Yeah, I miss my gym. The gym I was at used to have a hot tub, sauna, and steam room, but they changed ownership. They took that away. Um, there's still one in town that has that, but I don't know. I guess I'm just saving the money right now. So Gen X is listening to us while she walks around. Anyway, so let's look at Tim's comments. Let's see if I can bore you some more. See if I get any new comments. No. Brit Nay says, I've taken to shadow banning. Not sure what shadow banning is. I think that's when you just hide them from your comments, but you don't really. And then Farcolas 1369 says, I'm done because I said brown shirts, I guess. And then Bitter Views, aka Creepy Nestat, is, I thought I saw Creepy Nestat in here. Maybe not. I don't know. So anyway, let's get oops. Okay. No. No. All right.
My name is Jim Lindsay, the owner and operator.
Sorry about that. All right. So Timbo just had regular old comments. Nothing exciting. Let's go through my comments. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have some fun. How do I get to that? There we go. Let's stick with Sarasoda Tim. It's funny when I do a video about blind views, nobody cares. I don't get any views on those. So I guess I gotta stop watching blind views because he's not good for my channel, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Hey, it's me. My granddaughter thinks I'm not interesting. I think that's hilarious. Rio Williamette likes Tim. Rick Martin on YouTube thinks I should go back to my very first Sarasoda Tim video. I got 6,000 views. Wow, that's pretty good. Dang, I didn't know that. It must still be getting views. Yeah, back when I first started, I'm like, how come Sarasoda Tim's not getting arrested for this EIEDL loan? I just couldn't figure it out. I still can't figure it out. I think either he's making payments or he paid it off, but I don't know how he could have paid it off unless T-Buck had helped him. And then someone can't believe regular people are trusting. Someone said drinking something with ice in it, get a straw because they don't like it. You saw what happened to Old Man Nation. He just wants to criticize the other creators picking fights. Don't know what happened to him, but I don't think anyone watches him anymore. Yeah, Old Man Nation's still around. Every so often on an afternoon, him, Cowpote, and I will get on the phone and talk to each other. It's pretty fun. Yeah, he likes doing parody. I don't know if parody sells really big on YouTube, especially when you're doing people that there's not a whole lot of people are interested in. Like I said, I do a video about blind views. It gets nothing. Nobody cares. Even if I do a funny one, nobody cares. Tim's way more funny. Someone said, dude, happy Saturday. Where is Angel Mission? What was that Tammy Botox? I don't know. I don't get that one. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, someone said don't criticize blind views. Nobody cares. It doesn't help your channel, and actually, kind of bad because you're picking on a blind dude. He's not really blind, but I see what they're saying. You're just picking on somebody with a disability. It doesn't come across good. There's a whole thing like the movie, that movie that they made where dude was playing a blackface dude, and dude was playing someone that wasn't very smart. Ben Stiller, not Apocalypse Now, but it was Thunder. I don't know, whatever. See, that's the problem with lives. But you guys all know what it is. It'll probably show up in the comments. But yeah, you couldn't do that movie today. And it's still kind of funny, but now you feel bad if you laugh at it because it's not good. JC Grits and Gravy, he comes on the Calpote show. Call the show, call the show. And you guys can call the Calpote show. He's got his phone number up. I'm not smart. I guess it's Extreme Sports or Adventures with Calpote or whatever. You just put it in his comments. He'll tell you how to call the show if you're interested. It's fun. I love it when people that comment call us shows that don't make Tropic Thunder. Yeah, that's it. Woo! See, that's what's cool about live. Yeah, that's what I was telling Calpote. I'm like, don't worry about it. Just ask the people out there that are watching. Someone's gonna know. They'll tell you. Yeah. Yeah. And anyway, Casey Grits and Gravy, he's cool. He's got a spare bedroom with the little mint on the pillow. So if all my all my stuff goes to crap and I can't find a job and everything goes to poop, I just pack up the car and I got a spare bedroom I can live in at Casey Grit's house. That's a true friend. That's a buddy. Yeah. And I'm being a buddy because I don't actually take it up on it. I don't actually take him up on it. That's a true friend in return. Tim would be, I'm over. And where are the extra mints? That's what Tim would be saying. And go get my coffee. And here's my laundry. That's all Timmy. Yeah. I do watch. Someone asked, Tar Heels asked if I drank a lot of coffee watching boring videos. Yeah. Yeah, Ruck and Hound, K Carl, lots of crazy things going on in the USA, bombing Iran, Timmy, haha. Yeah, I know. Israel and Iran have a beef, and we don't really want Israel to have a nuclear weapon. We don't really want anybody to have a nuclear weapon but the United States, but that ship has sailed, and it sailed big time. Eventually, lots of people will have nuclear weapons. I'll be long gone. But that ship's out of the bag. It's just like gunpowder. You know, people like gunpowder, dynamite, all that kind of stuff. You know, eventually everybody gets it. Even look at the American Indians. You know, they didn't have anything like that, and then they wound up with they wound up with rifles and ammunition and all sorts of stuff. So it just happens. What's up, Dirty Jersey? Gen X, woke people are crazy. I just quit attending a lit class for retirees because the student said the author was committing cultural appropriation by writing characters who were not his ethnicity. Correct? That is nuts. People write different characters all the time, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why anybody'd have a problem with that. Why if you're white male, you can only write about white males. That's nutty. Oh yeah, I did see JJ's video about Timmy dreaming about all his money. JJ did that video was a spoof video. You know, nobody really sent him all that stuff. He just put it all together to make Tim nuts, which that's what I thought it was, but other people were taking it the wrong way, like it was real, because I don't know if it's called satire or whatever, but he's playing the straight guy, and then the humorous in the stuff, but well, I guess he played the straight man a little bit too good that time. Yeah. Let's see. Someone thinks someone's buying the steaks for him. I don't think so. I think he's buying the steaks for himself, but it's hitting his pocketbook pretty hard now because I think he's using credit cards to try and get through the, like a bridge loan, credit cards, like money's going to come through later. His videos are going to pop. He's going to hit a big one. And then he'll be able to pay them all back. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think his videos are going to go down. I think half of his videos are people like you guys and me that are watching just to watch him go down. He's got a few faithful. Half of them are him, though. Yeah. Babble babble. Yeah. Yeah, Veronica cares. She doesn't watch blind views. Yeah, a lot of times when I do videos about blind views, they're not interested. And they're like, we don't even watch blind views. We stopped watching them years ago. Um, so Cal Pote's all about blind views and thinks he's funny. I don't know. I don't really get that much. I was watching him because he was talking about Timmy. He talks about Tater. I don't care about Tater. Runs around the bus, ex-con with a big girlfriend. You know, whatever. If you know, it's just not interesting. When he used to travel and he went places, that's cool. But adults going to Disneyland's no big deal. And then the other one, Mikey. I got no desire to sell everything and then buy a little plot of land on the moon and then try to grow vegetables in 100-degree heat when you can just go to the store and get vegetables. What's up, Broken Board? I subscribe to your channel. I'm watching your stuff. I love it. And hey, JJ, what's up, dude? Yeah, we were talking about your video earlier that you played the straight man and you played it a little too well. So people were really thinking they weren't finding the humor in it. They were thinking it was real. So I thought that's funny. And then Rebecca says Sarasoda Tim is really 5'9". Could be. I mean, he's only got a size 9 shoe. So that's not very tall. So not very tall at all. Let's see what's more comments. 157 minutes yesterday is what Tim put up. Yeah, and the stakes are going. Hey JJ, you should tell us the different. Show us the new coffee maker you got that replaced the old one, so Timmy can see the new one. See what coffee's really about. Yeah, I never did get those Juju coffee beans. They do sound good. I don't know, just haven't gotten around to it. Tim sold it. And you get this coffee and you get these little coffee beans and you get to eat them. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. So anyway, and then his AC unit, that's just crazy. JJ, you still got that that Provost camper? That's my favorite camper. That's the one we wound up getting the tin can like Timmy, but that's one I really wanted. It's like a Class A, but it's built on a Class C body, and it's a lot more compact. I didn't really plan on towing anything, just sleeping in parking lots, waking up and going to work. Thought that would be cool. After researching MBT shoes, I discovered all brands of Timmy shoes have 2-inch soles and are used as elevator shoes for short people. So Tim is 5'7" without his shoes. That's funny. Yeah. He does get the big comfy shoes, but most people do. Yeah, crushing it for Florida. Still got the Axis. Yeah, that's a cool camper. I like that. I see it. I see a lot of people with them. I think it's the way to go. Got the big old. You got the Class A without having to have the huge motorhome. You got enough motorhome to get around in, but not all that extra. Class C size seems to be the perfect size, I think. And nobody ever uses that top bunk over the cab. It's just storage. Yeah, the thick soles are funny. Tim's got a Winnebago EKKO. How many feet is it? I remember back when I was an attorney, they had that movie that Jack Nicholson was in, and he had a Winnebago adventure, and he drove out to a funeral or something, and you saw Kathy Bates naked. And I was like, wow. But I'm like, I had the RV bug even back then. I'm like, that would be so cool. And so every time we're watching TV, my wife's watching these TV lawyer shows, and I guess Kathy Bates is this new TV show attorney. I'm like, I've seen her naked. I thought that was funny. For the record, height doesn't matter unless you lie about it. I guess so. I don't know. Crushing for Florida is pretty confident that Tim's 5'9", so I would believe him. Oh yeah, the height thing. I've always been like 6'2". I've never been short, so I don't know. I imagine if I was, it would bother me. I know people that I've been friends with that have been short, and they don't particularly care for it. But we all got different things. I mean, I got a bum left arm, the blind views, can't see very well. Some people's are apparent, what their limitation is. Some people you can't tell until you get to know them. I don't know. You get what you get, and then you just got to deal with it. If you don't get something, you can't do it. But I guess people, there's a new surgery where they can make you taller, where they cut your bones and then you twist them. You keep twisting them, and you can get like 4 inches taller. That sounds painful. I don't know if you'd want to be tall that bad. Yeah, a lot of people don't like cowpoke. In fact, I bet you more people don't like cowpoke than don't like blind views. He probably wouldn't appreciate me saying that, but I can. But I don't know. I just like his personality. I think he's funny. He's a good-natured dude. But I think he goes way too far when he makes fun of people. But that's how he does it. So a lot of times I'm friends with him, and then he'll go hard on somebody, and I'm like, oh dude, I really like that person. I don't want you, I wish you wouldn't do that, but that's what he does. Like with Dinger, he's basically calling Dinger a coward, and that Dinger's in the Navy, and so if you're a Navy man, you wouldn't be a coward. And I'm like, I don't know, I wouldn't make that association. Dinger's a good dude. He's a mechanic on an aircraft carrier. Did his job, did his duty. I mean, my brother-in-law was a Navy SEAL, so Dinger's job was to keep planes operational, planes and helicopters operational. My brother's-in-law job was to go blow up shit and kill people. It's two different things. I mean, Dinger has to kill people too if it comes to it, but for him, like a Navy cook or a mechanic, you're not going to be killing people unless it's close, whatever. But my brother-in-law, he's killing people right off the bat. Yeah. Yeah, radar. Yeah. I imagine it would suck to be short. And ladies, even my wife admits if you're shorter than her, she wouldn't even give you a second look. Didn't matter what you had or whatever. Is that ladies say you're not tall enough to ride this ride. And I'm like, that's a real thing. Yeah, Tim's not scamming anybody anymore. Tar Heels Forever is 6'6", and he tells people he used to be 6'7". Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think I'm as tall as I once was. I don't think my wife's as tall as she once was either. I think we settled down. Crushing It for Florida asks where Freddie is. That's fun. That's a good one. Anyway, Grandma missed Freddie, so she's like, Jean's. The reason we have Freddie is because one of our grandkids is over there, and Freddie will just bark the whole time he's there. and it hurts his ears, and it's a nightmare. So anyway, it's the weekend, and he's at his father's house, his other father's house. It's, there's 3 different kids, 4 different dads, or 5 different dads. I don't know. It's that whole village thing. You gotta, it ain't like the old days. But anyway, long short story is we took Freddie over there to spend the weekend, and then we took Evie too, and it was hilarious because when we were leaving, Evie's like giving and looking at us, going, "Dude, don't leave me with this dog. I thought we were taking this dog back home." So Evie and Freddie have been with Grandma all weekend. And Grandma thought she was going to play with them, and she showed us pictures Friday night where they were both just sleeping because they were really tired. So that was hilarious. William was 5'10" when he played football, went for the knees and legs. Yeah, you got to go for football, you got to go for the midsection, because the midsection doesn't lie. Wherever your body mass is pointing, that's where you're going to go. I don't know. That's about all I know about sports, really. Yeah, I don't even know if that's right. Yeah, Tar Heels forever. Calpote should shine Dinger's shoes. Yeah, I think about that with anybody in the military. I mean, I wanted to serve, but they wouldn't let me. But yeah, anybody, for whatever they did in the military, you served our country. You're willing to die on a hill that nobody knows of, nobody ever cares about, for our country. That's cool. I mean, you gotta respect that. That's some service that people have. And then the people that died doing it gave their last full measure and devotion, as far as Lincoln says. And those people, wow. I've had a full life, done a bunch of stuff, and guys that were in their 20s that lost it in the military. That's just, wow. That's just a big sacrifice. And then the families that don't have them back, and all that stuff. So you'll never get me talking bad about the military or saying anything, because military is awesome. And this is what allows us, just sitting here in this big comfy chair, having nothing to do today. It's because there's military. If there weren't military, people be out stealing, have to have a gun. Who knows? People come in, I'd have to convert my stuff into gold. It'd be crazy. Anarchy is no way to live. Gen X is a petite woman, but she likes big guys. Yeah, that does happen. You see that a lot. Big guys with the small lady. I don't know. Crushing it for Florida. Is NCM still here? Oh, I don't know. It must be in the comments. Yes, everybody in the military deserves great respect. My wife gets down on that. A lot of companies do military things, like at Werner. If you were in the military, they had trucks that were all wrapped military, and the branch of the service you were at. When I was over at Caterpillar, same way. It's cool. Even at Amazon, we had military stuff there. And if there's 5 people vying for a job, and the dude that was a vet, an ex-vet, gets it over me, it's fine with me. Yeah. PB2 served in the Air Force, and in the 70s, now works at the VA hospital in Madison. That's super cool. Yeah, and that's another thing. Any vet that's still alive, that's disabled, or needs any kind of medical care, shoot, you served in the military, you should get free medical care for life. I mean, that's the least this country can do for you. Yeah, Diana Chandler's dad was in the Air Force. Yeah, my dad was a Navy captain. Short man has to be really great shape and dress very well in tailored clothes. Yeah, that could be. My first boss, when I was in law school, he was an attorney, and he was short, and he was always dressed really well. But he was short to where, if he ran around in a t-shirt and shorts, people could think he was a kid. But yeah, he did. But I never thought of him as short. I mean, I know he was short, but I never really thought of him that way. I thought of him, as his attorney skills. I don't know. Taught me a lot. He did criminal defense, which I didn't do very long, but he got a lot of not guilty verdicts. The cool thing that he used his height for, and he's like, I do this, but you're never going to be able to get away with it. And you'll watch me do it every trial, and nobody ever catches me. Since he was short, he could weave his way over to the jury box, and he'd like question people. He'd be like leaning on the jury box. He'd be like hanging out with the jurors, like they're all buds and stuff like that. And he said he could do that because he was short, and nobody really, he's not intimidating, and he can do that. And he's like, if you go over the jury box, jurors are going to push themselves back, but he can go up there and he can goof around with them and stuff, and he'd get away with it. It was hilarious. So, you just, whatever your disadvantage is, you got to figure out what makes it an advantage for you. Yeah. Most men are 5'7". That could be. I don't know. 5'2", and I call myself vertically challenged. Yeah, 5'2" is pretty short. Yeah. My youngest son, he's 6'6", and his girlfriend's, I don't know, maybe 5'4", 5'5". I don't know. Maybe she's taller than that because he's so tall. But it's working out for them. They're all right with it. It's pretty cool. Oh, let's look at another comment section really quick. Oh my God. It's almost time for the wife to come home. Let's just look at one more and then we'll go. This is way too long. Oh, Tim's running and doing push-ups. I won't play the video because he'll strike me. Already kicked off his lawn. Yeah. Melvino is number one. Good job, Melvino. It's only been up for 16 minutes. Only has 3 comments. 2 are Melvinos. And 2 captains, 1 ship. He's got a blue YouTube hat on. He's got big white puffy clouds. I love big white puffy clouds. 57 views so far. That's pretty good, Tim. Running, push-ups, wax the CC rider, crushing it. He says he waxed the CC rider. He doesn't do nothing all day. I mean, I don't know. I work. Oh, yeah. See if I can work today on my gig app. I could go to Spark. 5:30 to 9:30, 4 hours for $100. Bam. Is it mine? Did I get it? Or is it too late? Let's see. Oh, it says it's there. Schedule. Offer schedule. There we go, guys. Just like that. I'm working 5:30 to 9:30 tonight for $100. Probably delivering 48 packages somewhere. Sometimes I only deliver one way out where. Cool. I still got the whole afternoon off to go swimming. Yep. So just like that. But anybody that's interested, Amazon Flex. Use your own car. I've got to be there at 5:30, so I got to be there at 5:15. They scan my license. I'll drive in. They'll give me like 48 packages and a route. I'll have no idea where I'm going until I get there. And then, and then your phone just gives you turn-by-turn directions to deliver all the packages. And so 4 hours to get $100, it's $25 an hour. I'll probably finish an hour early. Last night I finished, I only had a 3.5 hour last night, but I finished, 45 minutes early. But then who knows where I'll be, and then I drive home. But I don't know. It's not a whole lot of money, but I don't need a whole lot of money. This apartment's $1,000 and then insurance. I own the car. Um, we really don't need that much money to survive, really. Um, if I get a job, then I just have extra money. I'm not sure what to do with it. Um, I've had a bunch of money in the past. Oh, Dinger. What's up, Dinger? Dinger's here. Dinger. See, Dinger's right there in the, I don't know how to do this. Dinger's right there in the corner. That's right there, Detective Dinger. He's taking some time off from his detective work to come hang out. Good job, Dinger. Yep. William's good. He owns his own business. That's the way to go. When I was an attorney, I owned my own business. Yep. It could be a hang up though. I don't know, but it's all cool. I mean, you work as much or as little as you want. But I'm older now, so I just want to enjoy it. I just want to hang out until my runway's over. Tar Heels forever, 4 hours, $100, gas, wear and tear on vehicle, insurance, taxes, $10 an hour. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying it's great money. It's just something to do. Yep. And I don't have to do it if I don't want to. Crushing it says, hey, Dinger. I don't know about views. I don't know. I'm not really worried about views. I just had an hour before the wife got home and the kids come over. Grandkids come over to go swimming. So I thought I'd do a live and just hang out with people that are here. I thought it'd be fun and see what it's like. It's kind of neat. Yeah, and Timmy not making that many videos. He only got 2 out today, and it's only noon. Yep. And I applied to all my jobs that I want to work at. The only trucking jobs, well, I did apply at Pepsi, but besides that, the only trucking jobs I'm applying to are agriculture, dragging around grain and nitrous and all sorts of stuff. I thought that would be fun because I love being out in the country doing my thing. So I thought I'd do that. Other than that, really, healthcare is the only thing that costs a whole lot of money. And I'm 5 years away from getting Medicare, so that's not a big gap. Nope, not a big one at all. Would Timmy get a new name for his comments, Dinger? Oh, I was going to go, but now Dinger's here. I don't think I can go, Dinger. Dinger, we always talked about this. Trying to go, and stuff's going on. I don't know. Let me look at a Tim video from a while ago. Where's the one where he talked about his decades? Yeah, here's 5 decades. See if we can see some comments. Only 43 comments about his decades. It was 3 days ago. He's just been scrubbing. Someone got their Tim diploma and getting their Social Security at 62. That's pretty neat. Decades didn't really go by that fast. You think back about them, though. Yeah. He was married at 17, first son at 18, second at 23, still married, husband, just retired, loves to travel. Yeah. Tim didn't stay in a long-term relationship, though. That's one of the problems he's got. Veronica cares. I have a stepson that works for a large farm. He has a CDL and drives everything they own, works long hours during harvest, been doing the same job for 5 years. Yeah, that's what I think I'd totally dig. Totally dig to live out on the farm and drive all the farm stuff. That would be super cool. Yeah. Because I don't mind working seasonally. I don't have to have a job, 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. I think it'd be fun just to do stuff like that. John Thomas is the new name. Dinger says yes. High Flyer says, hey, Dinger, Dinger. Dinger's the coolest. Yeah. Detective Dinger. He's got his own pool. He just goes out in the backyard, splishy splashy. He'll tell you it's a lot of work, but he loves it. You can tell. Yeah. And plus he's in Florida, so he gets a bigger season. Like these people in Minnesota that have pools, I'm like, oh, what? You get to swim in it for a weekend? Dude, I knew in the UP, and so people ask us what we do in the summer, and he goes like, well, that weekend we have a picnic. So that's pretty funny. Well, it's noon. I've kept you guys long enough. I hung out. It was fun that you guys all came and it wrapped up. So you guys can all, these people that are chatting back and forth, you're all content creators, so you can all talk to each other on your own stuff. You don't need me. I'm glad that you guys all came. It was a blast. So we'll see you later. I'll watch Timmy. I'll do some fun stuff. Maybe I'll get some fun stuff on the road tonight. All right. We'll see you later. Bye.